What's going on, boys and girls? We're going to do a hash brown recipe today. Now, I attempted to do one this weekend, and I called myself being smart and not putting them on the grater like I was supposed to, and just kind of putting them in the food processor, saying, well, they'd come together and they'd do fine. Guess what? They didn't do fine. They didn't do fine at all. But this time we're going to do it right. Alrighty, this is what they came out looking like on Saturday. Now, they got a good flavor because you really cannot mess up potatoes, guys. So they got a really, really good flavor, but those aren't hash browns. So we're going to start off here with 3 russet potatoes. These are some jalapeno peppers that I grew out in the garden last year that I had frozen. We got an onion. We're not going to use that whole onion. Then we got just spices that you like. I like Tony Chachere's dill weed, some cumin, and some oregano. Alrighty, so we've got our potatoes peeled, and now we're gonna get the grater and grate them. All right, now we're not going to go through a long and drawn out process and show you all of this, but basically this is a grater right here. It's a really good device to have. You just basically take your potato, and you got to be careful when you start getting down towards the end because you'll hit your knuckles on it, but that's what you're trying to get. That's the consistency of the potato that you're trying to get. Alrighty, and that's what we get once those 3 potatoes are all chopped up. Now we're gonna soak it in some water so that we can pull some of the starch out of it. See how cloudy that gets? That's all that starch that's in there. We don't want that to go in there. So we'll let that soak for a little while, and we're gonna come back and we're going to dry these hash browns, these raw hash browns out because you don't want them to be real wet. Okay, while we're waiting for the starch to loosen up inside of the potatoes, we've taken our jalapenos and we've cut up an onion, and we're going to chop these, not real fine, but just kind of coarsely in this little food chopper here. This is a cool little device. I just like to use it because it's fun to mess with. It's like pulling a lawnmower. Again, we want to do it about maybe 10 times. Take a look and see what we got. And that's about what you want right there. You don't want it any coarser than that. Alrighty. We've let the shredded potatoes sit in their water for a while. You see it's all clouded. I'm just going to put them in a strainer here. It's still, see all that yucky starch in there? We're going to rinse it out. And we still want to rinse these some more as well too, guys, just to get all of that starch out of there. So we're going to let that run under the water for just a few minutes. Maybe not a few minutes, just, 30 seconds or so. Now, it's very important to get all the moisture out of there as much as you can get, because you don't want all that moisture in there. So what I'll do is I'll either put it in a cheesecloth, or I'll take a paper towel and just mash it. Look at all that water coming up. Just kind of mash it. And sometimes you've got to take several of these because this paper towels are going to get, wet. See how wet that got? But look down there at the bottom, and look, it's still coming out. So we're going to do that until they're nice and dry. All right, now what we're going to do is we've gotten majority of the water out of there. We're just going to put them on the counter here on a paper towel, and it's still kind of moist, so you want to make sure that you can kind of fluff these things out, guys. So you want them to dry a little bit more. Just let them fluff out here, because again, you don't want them to be real wet. So we're going to let that sit for a while. And it might even be a good idea to put a paper towel on top of them to catch some more of that moisture. There we go. You're never going to get 100% of the moisture out of there, but you want the majority of it gone so that you can have some nice hash browns, or at least that's what we're hoping for. All right, so we've got two pans here, and they've both got coconut oil in them. This one right here is, of course, it's a cast iron pan. This right here is one of those something steel, they call it. I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to be, you know, non-stick and kick butt. I like the way it cooks too. Which one do you think will cook better? You know it's going to be this one right here. Cast iron, evenly heating. This one's supposed to have even heating as well too. So this is kind of like an experiment rolled into one. You know what, people? I almost forgot the thing that was going to make my darn hash brown special. Gosh, I was about to put them in the frying pan too, guys. No, I haven't been drinking a lot. You know, for Memorial Day, I've opened one beer. When I lit the grill, I opened up one beer. I've been drinking a lot. All right, we're going to mix this in here. Mix this in real thoroughly. And they've been dried out and wrung as well, too. So there we go. We're going to come back when we get it mixed in thoroughly. All righty. You don't want these too hot now, guys, because we're going to cook these for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. Now, you know, at Waffle House or something, they don't cook them. They cook them faster than that, but they use high heat. We're trying to get ours to bond together, so we're going to go ahead and put these in a little batch at a time. That's probably too much. And we're going to spread these out. Again, we don't want to see any space in between them either. Because we want to be able to flip these things. Again, we don't want them to, we don't want those to cook too doggone fast. Let's bring it in here. Get all the little awkward pieces in. Don't want it too thick either. But we're gonna get these things right. And now you see how I did it in that pan, and now I'm just gonna do the same thing in the other pan. All righty, we got both of them in there. We're gonna let them go. We're gonna come and check on those in about 5 to 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes. Last time when I did it at 15, it was a little bit too long because this thing cooks way too fast. So. And if you have to add some more oil, don't be afraid to add more oil. All right, guys, this is either going to be a disaster or they're going to flip. This one right here is moving. This one, I don't know. We're going to try it and see. Hey, it moved. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Now, you're not really supposed to use metal in these right here. Yes, 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 yes. That's a whole lot better than my last ones did, guys. A whole lot better. Yep. Remember this? Okay, we're going to let that go another 10, 15 minutes. This one actually could go up on heat a little bit. This one's doing all right back here. All righty, guys, I am surprised because this one is actually cooking these hash browns better than this one, than the actual cast iron one. And I wonder if it's because this eye's heat is a little bit different. I hate to turn it over one more time, but this one right here looks really good. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this one off here. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that. And this one, I'm tempted to turn it over one more time. Well, no, you know what? That one's done too. So that came out pretty good, guys. That came out pretty good. A lot better than those other things that I made. Yummy, yummy. Now, I added a little bit of cheese to these just to kind of give it a better flavor. And I've got them in the oven warming for a little while because my hamburgers are not done that I've got outside. So this is just going to be an added flavor. Alrighty, dinner is served. It's a basic meal, y'all. It's nothing special. We don't have any grains or anything to go with it, but just a hamburger, a turkey hamburger, some hash browns, and some hot dogs. I've got separate videos on the hash browns and the hamburgers here. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you guys later.